Hey all, this is Waylon. I'm the founder of Elephant, and today is, I think, the last day, Sunday, of Biden's presidency. And tomorrow is the inauguration of Trump. Now, we're all kind of sick of partisanship and negativity, but the bad news, or the good news, is that at least from a Buddhist point of view, we want to approach everything in life honestly, openly, with caring. So it kind of doesn't change if we're dancing through the meadows of flowers, eating lollipops, or if, we're falling into the fires of Mordor. We just approach things with an open heart, with caring, with strength that comes from being grounded in reality, on this earth, beneath the heavens above, with our open heart and our caring for community, joining the two. So I wanted to offer that I was moved by everyone marching yesterday, marching, for freedom, for, actual rights, not just the word freedom, not just the word liberty, and marching with some sense of grief and solidarity, and not attacking other people, not attacking the Capitol, not attacking conservatives, really just going out there with caring and with passion for this country. Now, I also have a lot of that caring and passion for this country. I grew up understanding the ideals of democracy that are never fully realized in any generation, but we all of us, conservative, liberal, etc., black, white, we all need to, rich, poor, we all need to row together and try to improve this country if it's to become a little bit closer to that perfect union that we talk about. So that feels like it hasn't been happening. News at 11, our president-elect just put out a meme, Bitcoin, and, that is now valued at 52 billion or something overnight. I can't even comprehend what's happening. But, we're a generation or two removed from both conservatives and liberals being at least technically ethical when they come into office. Like Jimmy Carter infamously or famously had to sell his peanut farm so he didn't have a conflict of interest as president. Trump is not even pretending. It's a grift. And he's always been like that. So even if you love him, you frankly admire his ability to grift. No one can deny that this guy is a hustler, and I don't mean that in the positive sense. What's coming for our planet, and our planet is here to serve us or not, meaning it's here to be beautiful. Like this morning, it's snowy. It's the second snow we've had all winter. It's gorgeous. Freezing temperatures kill bugs that kill trees, so we should appreciate freezing temperatures for many reasons. If it's a sunny day, if the air is clean, all of that is providing for our lives and for our children to have stable, happy lives. And that's falling apart. Meanwhile, the conservative Congress is readying laws to be able to sell off millions and millions of public acres we've paid for, to preserve for future generations. This isn't some hippie thing. Again, conservatives used to, or still do, like to conserve, love America the beautiful. I'm always touched when I'm up in kind of conservative land, way up in the mountains, and you go to a diner or a lunch spot and they have big, beautiful paintings and photos of America and of nature. We all love this land, hopefully. That shouldn't be a partisan feeling. At the same time, a lot of us are feeling grief, and I think a lot of us who have been through another Trump presidency are not feeling grief. We're feeling nothing. I have to say, I'm kind of feeling nothing. I think it's the quality of we've been activists, we've been through grief, and now we've seen the damage done to our economy, to ethics, to our planet, to fellow human beings. And we've already been through Trump. So, he is emboldened by Project 25. I'm sorry, but there's no reassess in a week, give it a chance. We can always be open-minded if that's what you're saying, but we have discernment, we have experience. We know how rough the first one was when he was unprepared. Now he's prepared. This is going to be brutal. I think America, the democracy that we're all used to, is going to, I think it'll break, quite honestly. I think last time it sort of shuddered, but it held. The norms, the folks who care about ethical norms, democratic norms, it barely held, right? I think this time it's going to be harder. And so I think if you're not feeling a lot, if you're not feeling like marching, if you're not feeling grief, if you're just feeling completely, I don't even think depressed is the word. It's the reality of looking at what is coming very quickly and very hard, and it's come before. Meanwhile, on social media, which often ennobles or enables, the opposite of ennobles, enables kind of the most extreme self-righteousness among all of us. Some lady posted, go over to Elephant Journal, Waylon Lewis, if you want to see Satan's tears. This is a lady who in her feed is like tying up and killing animals. Why would you enjoy some fellow American's tears? Maybe despondent is the word. I think it's really just like shook. But sure, I think that's a good word. So, or it's an awful, sad word. So I think, we need to remember that we're human beings. We have different approaches, but we need to all kind of find common facts, things that matter, and we need to invest in our local communities, in our friendships. Call a friend today. Call a friend you haven't been in touch with. I'm going to get coffee in a few minutes with a dear friend who I probably meet up with intentionally a couple times a year at most. And we're all going to have to do our little bit, because no matter how corrupt and rapacious and greedy and unethical the billionaires or at least most of the billionaires in this country are acting for their own selfish interests, and gosh knows, why do you have any interests? When you're a billionaire, you're already satisfied. You've eaten enough. Why don't you help others? There was some list that went out that it would cost this much to end worldwide homelessness. It would cost this much to, and it's never that simple. But literally Elon Musk could afford to do all of that and still be richer than just about anyone on the planet. But he's not doing any of that. He's engaging in lies and hate and othering and just kind of trying to stoke chaos, and not the healthy kind of chaos, the kind of chaos that hurts real people. So I just wanted to share that for those of you who have been through the past Trump presidency, I think it's normal. I don't know if it's okay, but it's definitely normal to be feeling just like in shock. And I think at some point we'll wake up, we'll feel our hearts, we'll obviously there's lots of joy and struggle and sadness and connection in our daily lives. We're not in shock overall, but in terms of this presidency, I think many of us are. And, one of my favorite writers, Margaret Rankel, was expressing kind of her confusion or grief, and then just reconnecting with nature and how that helps. And for me, even that is painful, because nature is directly one of the things that is getting harmed. And as we can see with the LA fires or the floods in North Carolina or Vermont, etc., when the earth gets harmed, it's no longer stable for any of us. So, I wish us all luck. I don't think we're going to have a lot of it, but I wish us all luck. And I think now is the time to kind of stand up, hug, care about your fellow American, and engage in some dialogue if you can. All right. Big love to everyone. I don't know if this was helpful for anyone, but I'm doing what I can do. Running elephant, being a loving husband, biking around, trying to eat real good food and that's organic, boycotting plastic, boycotting a bunch of unethical corporations like Amazon, supporting local businesses, trying to buy used. It's only what I can do. I'm writing. I've written a few books that have sold well, and we all do what we can do, and that is a sort of natural form of hierarchy. We show up in the way that we feel fulfilled and loving and caring for ourselves and for others.